YouTube! Today I'm going to do a little chit chat with you, just talking about things to do with me because I thought it'd be interesting for you people to know more about me. So one of the first questions is, why am I a Buddhist? So I've been a Buddhist for a few years now and it's been an incredible experience. So the reason why I decided to become a Buddhist was because I found a belief system that completely correlates with my life experiences and everything that I feel in my heart and know is right. Buddhism is complete perfection for that. Actually, with Buddhism, what they believe is in all religions, because when I went to the Buddhist temple, I actually found books on all different religions in their library, and I found it so interesting how they're so woke in that way. They're so accepting of other religions because they themselves believe that we're all gods within us, and that means that we are all part of the oneness and the life that exists on this planet. And this field connects us to all things, all beings, and this is the oneness that has created life. Did you know that the planet itself is conscious, alive and awake? You probably hear a lot of people saying the universe, and this is what they mean. They mean this invisible field of energy that connects us surrounding us. So the belief system to do with Buddhism is all to do with love, compassion and vegetarianism, and just staying very healthy, being connected to your mind, your true nature. They call it your Buddha nature, and they also talk about avoiding Maya and how to overcome Maya. And what Maya is the illusion or appearance of the phenomenal world. So this is the illusionary state of the world basically, and being attracted to materialistic things is known as Maya, and we have to overcome Maya by overcoming fear and doubt and shame, and by loving ourselves and connecting to our true nature. So within Buddhism, they actually have a guide to overcome suffering, and that's what I love about Buddhism so much, because if you actually investigate and do your research into it, it can help you a lot with a lot of different struggles in your life. I find that it's helped me throughout my life, so when you do get a Buddhist book, then definitely read it, because there is so much valuable knowledge in there that can just help you throughout your life, and I feel like it can help us to become connected with who we are and our true nature. And what I mean by that is there is something called the Eightfold Path, and what that is 8 steps to overcoming suffering. And it says things like right action, right speech, so it's just talking about how you can perfect your consciousness and who you are as an individual, so how to enhance your personality and how to understand the symbolism of each and every action that you can take by thinking, right thinking. So the 8 precepts are right action, right speech, right livelihood, right mindfulness, right effort, right concentration, right wisdom, and right intention. So I had to read that off my phone. So basically it's all explained within the precepts. It explains itself very thoroughly. So with those right action, right speech, and cultivating all those skills, it will help you to enhance your life and live a better, more fuller life where you can connect with other people, with nature, with God, and yourself more. So I feel like Buddhism is a personal guide to helping yourself throughout your life. So whenever you do pick up a Buddhist book, it's less about like the religion itself, but it is a lot about the religion, but I mean it's always a guide to help you. I feel like Buddhism is just a religion to help other people, and that's what I love about it. I also think it's amazing how everybody is vegetarian in Buddhism as well. I know there are some people who aren't vegetarian who are Buddhists, but I feel like if you're a real Buddhist, then you should be vegetarian, because that is the main teaching. It's a proper following of Buddha, and if you are really gonna follow Buddha, then you have to listen to his teachings, because he preached about non-violence and non-suffering for animals too. And that's why, for example, Krishna, he loves his cows. He was a cowherd boy and he used to play with cows in his pastimes, and Krishna is very known for loving his cows and decorating them and playing with them and for playing with his little friends. Krishna is Buddha. Siddhartha Gautama, who is Buddha, is a reincarnation of Krishna. So basically, if you understand anything about Buddhism or Krishna, then you know that they believe in reincarnation, but you don't eternally reincarnate. there is a point where you will reach the higher realms in existence, which means heaven and stuff like that. Usually a lot of people think that after this life they go to heaven, but if you have a lot of karmic debt or you've done a lot of wrong in your life, then you will have to come and relive this life to be able to pay that karmic debt. And those karmic debts can be shown in your birth chart, in your astrological charts. And yeah, on my Instagram somebody wrote about their karmic past debts, and I was listening to it and how they investigated it through their astrological charts and their birth charts, which you can check up your birth chart online and you can look at the stars, the moon, the planets in your astrological house on your birth chart. Yes, I actually am a very strong vegan and I love being vegan. I love plant-based milk. I love eating vegan food, and one of the main reasons why I became vegan was actually because of Christianity. And that's a very sacred thing for me. So I believe in every single religion, and I actually believe that every religion is true. Actually, when I was on my way to a Buddhist temple, I met a Muslim and he was talking about his religion, and he was talking about how we have 3 angels watching us at all the time, and we have one protecting us, one writing down our bad deeds and one writing down our good deeds. And I found it very interesting, and I was very open-minded to his beliefs, and I find it really awesome to be able to connect to other people's beliefs, because I believe people believe the things they do for a reason and there must be truth behind it. So I'm not all solidly on one belief system, I believe in many beliefs. And yeah, so I'm really open to listening to other people's religions and what they have to say, because I just find it really amazing and interesting. What I believe is different cultures bring about different gods. And I really love Buddhist temples because they give out free books, and I love it there. It's so amazing, and then you can really delve your mind into the books and understand loads of different knowledge that will help to make your mind more intellectual, more happy, more on the positive mode of life, because that's what Buddhism does. I think that's why Dalai Lama even wrote a book about happiness, the art of happiness. I even bought my friend that book. I haven't read it yet, but it looks really interesting. And I have a love for all animals. I can never imagine hurting an animal or another living being in my whole entire life. I literally couldn't do that verbally or physically because it's just so painful. Like, I just think it's so wrong, and I feel like we should treat everybody with harmony and respect. I feel like it's our true nature, and I feel like you can actually live a more blissful and happy life if you do choose to read books and indulge your mind into knowledge and everything like that, because at the end of the day, we literally are all human, we are all one with each other, and even if we don't get along, we should respect our differences and move aside from that and just go on with our lives and just choose the people that we love and create a circle of people that make us happy and just be creative. And I feel like creation is the most important thing in the whole world, and as Jesus said, love is what will save the world. I really am in love with Christianity too, and I do also, like, I'm a Buddhist and I believe in Krishna and stuff like that. That's what I believe. And yeah, it's a really perfect way of life. They don't like to call it a religion, they like to call it a way of life, because they don't really fight with other religions. They're very in harmony and they really care about other religions. I've been watching vegan activist videos in my spare time, and I've been watching Joey Carbstrong, and he is amazing. I love how strong and independent he is, and his willpower is brilliant. I find it really incredible, everything that he says, and even though it's very gruesome to watch what happens to animals, I feel like we should be looking towards that, because at the end of the day, I don't want to live in a society where there are continuous innocent lives passing away because they need to be food for other people. And I don't feel like they need to be food, because I feel like we can thrive off a plant-based diet in our society very well. We've got enough plant-based foods, and we also have a lot of alternatives to meat, and I find those alternatives to meat amazing. I find them literally like very delicious. So I feel like we should try make a new evolution here. Like, I feel like veganism is the new evolution. If we really want to become intelligent creatures and to really evolve as a species, I feel like veganism is the way that we're gonna do that. Because if we follow our old ancestral paths, which got us nowhere, we will literally always be depleting. It's actually damaging our world severely that people are eating animals, and I feel like until people recognize that, this world is going to keep being more damaged, and it is literally until people are aware of that this world is gonna suffer. And I feel like coronavirus is a silence for all the animals that suffered, but I feel like flus and stuff are still going to exist whilst people are eating animals out there, because like swine flu, bird flu, and there probably will come back a flu in a new form. You know, it's literally like science. If you actually knew science, then you would know that for sure that these animals do cause flus and it's very unhealthy to eat them. So at the end of the day, I feel like being veganism, you're actually much safer from the flu and you're going to be much happier and healthier. Sorry if you guys don't agree or if you eat meat. I don't feel any negativity towards you. I love you, even if you do eat meat, but I do feel like things are going to deteriorate in this world if people continue being that way. And it's up to people to stand up and rise to make that difference, because it's the people who make the difference. So Buddhism is full of things like mind training, and I feel like those techniques are very useful for helping your mind to become more intellectual and to become more safe, calm, healthy, and just very intuitive as well. So I do recommend that you read Buddhist books if you are going through depression. I think I can make a video on that in the future because I think that'll be useful, the way that I've helped my sadness in my past and how I've overcome previous troubles that I've had. And yeah, so I think that would be really beneficial for you guys, and I love you guys so much. I hope you enjoyed this video. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this video, give me a thumbs up, subscribe, and click the bell next to the subscribe button to be notified every single time I upload a YouTube video. I love you guys so much. Bye!